Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the 40K Cafe, and today we're going to be going over the Mechanicus. The Mechanicus is one of the few factions of humanity that can trace its origin to prior the founding of the Imperium. Before the Imperium was established, they were actually simply known as the Mechanicum. You see, much of the Great Crusade was the intention of reclaiming the galaxy for humanity and all of its lost colonies after the Age of Strife. And after the Age of Strife, many of these lost colonies were actually be found for the worst and or struggling in a variety of different ways, whether it be by the influence of chaos or chaos creatures. Much of this started due to the War of the Men in Iron. Ultimately, the Mechanicum would come out pretty well from this. Although suffering loss of technology, they still retained much. And after the Unification Wars, the Emperor would go out into the stars and first seek out Mars. Upon the Emperor's arrival to Mars, much of the Mechanicum would look at him and believe that he was the Omnissiah, a prophesized individual that was believed to lead them through new and higher technological heights and advancements. Here, they would sign the Treaty of Olympus Mons. This treaty would unify both Mars and Terra and also provide the symbol of the Aquila. The double-sided eagle is actually a reference to one being Terra and one being Mars. The treaty would also provide immunity to the imperial truth, to which they believe that nothing is greater than science, there are no gods, but the Mechanicum can continue to believe and practice their personal beliefs. As to why they were provided this sanction and immunity, much believe that it was due to the fact that the Emperor simply needed the Mechanicum as it was in order to pump out and create all the creations of war. Ultimately, if we're going to be honest, much of the Imperium heavily relies on the Mechanicum, because although it is a highly technologically advanced state, the actual amount of individuals that have scientific knowledge is limited to those in those red robes. Much of the Adeptus Mechanicus actually believe that every single creation and part of technology has its own machine spirit. This machine spirit is the living embodiment of each piece of technology that would allow it to function to its utmost abilities. And so similarly, with every single living individual, you would have to appease it or keep it happy in order for it to function at its best capacity. This is the purpose behind many of the rituals that the mechanics undergo, which is using the incense oils or cleaning oils. Every single repair or cleaning that any single piece of technology goes under is considered ritualistic and is most sacred above all. And to upset the machine spirit is to incur its wrath. And incurring its wrath can lead to warp failure or weapon jamming or any other form of malfunction depending on the piece of technology. They are so pivotal that without the Mechanicum, the Imperium would essentially fall. They're responsible for creating weapons, ammo, ships, you name it, that anything is used by the military. The Mechanicum probably creates it. Nowadays, the Mechanicum doesn't necessarily believe in innovation. In one of my previous videos with Belisarius Skull, they see him as an outcast, seeing as he is always looking to innovate and or improve current technology. As I've mentioned, the Mechanicum believes technology is sacred, so to change it or to adapt it or to innovate off of it would be considered heretical. Unfortunately, this has led to stagnation in technological advancements because they haven't been improving on anything, simply keeping them intact and constantly repairing them. One thing that I've noticed that I haven't necessarily touched on is that they are similar to the Iron Hands, that they believe the flesh is weak. They are constantly improving their bodies and replacing them with mechanical parts, seeing as the machine is sacred. Little do they know that this could actually be part of the influence of a certain Catan shard that is lying beneath Mars' surface. As with most factions, I can always go into a part 2. With the Mechanicum, let me know if you want to hear maybe about their rituals, what is the process of that, or how certain items are specifically created or their purpose. Regardless of what it is, let me know what you want to hear next, and follow for more.